Welcome back everybody. Today we're gonna have a quick look at Dark Hunting Ground, a game that came out into early access roughly 10 days ago and has an overall rating of very positive. This is supposed to be an action RPG looter shooter hack and slash game, and some people in the reviews called it Indie Path of Exiles because of its innovation, or well, not innovating, but of its intricate skill trees and ways to customize all your different builds, your classes, go haywire, and hack and slash away, so to speak. I did play roughly for an hour, I guess, maybe more like close to 45 minutes. And let me show you what this game is about. So first off, we have a bunch of skill trees, a bunch of down here. We have this, and we have our own customizable skills. This is the hub world where we have essentially our 5 starting classes that we can mix and match together. But we're gonna have a look at all of this in a second. We're gonna start with the base, which is hunting. We here in the void, we are gonna go out there to do hunting missions and hack and slash away. Special huntings, I think, are more or less like story missions. But I did the first 2, I think, where I essentially advanced my hunter rank as well and gained more powers and unlocked more people here at the hub. And we're gonna talk to all of them in a second. But for now, let's do a little bit of hunting. Difficulty 2, apparently. We have the lava mouth, the spiked stone ball, and the black-eyed mouth, which rewards us 3, let's say, gray energy. This 2000 XP and also 3. Let's go with the... I think I haven't fought the lava mouth yet. Also, that one looks cool. So let's go. Okay, that's the departure. Portal opens up and we're gonna go right inside. We're in the combat arena. I am a summoner and we're gonna summon away. 3 per summon. I can also do like a little spinny summon that deals a lot of damage. Unfortunately, our summons only last for, I think, like 5 seconds. Per stack, so to speak, but that's fine. We have a bunch of things. I can also on space make them explode for a little bit of extra damage. These are my 3 core skills, which are all of the summonation. I didn't mix and match, which you can certainly do, but let's actually drink a potion. But yeah, that was pretty easy because I finally got the hang out of it. So this game is early access. One thing that I really need to point out, because it doesn't necessarily bother me, but I really see it all the time, is like every time I finish a mission, or at least like roughly every second one, these green gems here appear. And the thing is, you saw them already in the hub world. They're somehow everywhere. But I guess that's just an early access thing. And that's it. 32 seconds. Won the thing, and that's the core gameplay loop. If this interests you, then we're gonna have a good time following up on this. I guess if this is already boring to you, this might not be the game, because this is the most thing where we go and try to have harder combat arenas, harder bosses, and more insane combos. So again, let's start with the status, the different classes. I picked the summoner, which, well, I've summoned stuff in pretty much every game. And for now, we have 3 core abilities. Again, we have just a summon. And of course, all the things, you have also different rarities. I haven't found any higher rarity skills, but I guess that's probably because I'm somewhat early in the game. And we can also unlock a different and more slots to even customize and equip our skills, so to speak. I already unlocked 2, let's say, skill slots for my main skill, which is, well, summon. Just summon, and currently it summons 3 energy bodies that deal 2, like a double attack, and each of them deals 132 damage, and then you have all the other stats. And I think this is what the game is about. If you really want to min-max your stats, if you're into that, you're gonna have a great time. I am still, of course, very basic, but I still like this. At most 7 can be summoned. Really? I thought I could summon... Let's try this out. I actually thought I could summon 9, so because I know I can summon 3 at a time. Oh yeah, then the other one disappears. Oops. Well, the reason for that being is because I equipped my summon skill with these 2 multiple summon slates, is what they're called, which each of them increases the skill power itself. And if you look at this, you can kind of see what the skill power does. I think somewhere there on the right side. Each 1 point of power increases 20 basic summon maximum health. Each 1 point of power increases 4 basic normal damage. So more health, more damage. And of course, you can influence with or throughout the game pretty much every stat. So yeah, both of those increase the skill power by 3 each, and each of them adds 1 to the maximum amount of things that I can summon. And of course I summon 1 additional one. So yeah, of course that makes sense. I should just read. So I can summon 3 at a time, but the base the base amount I can summon is 5. Usually I start with I can summon 1 up to 5. Now I can summon 3 up to 7 thanks to these. And of course there's a little bit of extra thing like 2% increased cooldown recovery, because of course all of these slates and different higher tiers get special effects as well, because we want to go haywire, right? So the other 2 skills I haven't experimented that much so far. This essentially summons like a ball around me. It's a guardian spirit that deals a good amount of damage, don't get me wrong. I just gave us this thing, Fury, which again increases the skill power. Also I gain 2 stacks of Fury when I use this skill. What is Fury? 2% more damage per Fury for 4 seconds. Base maximum is 10 apparently. Also I would deal more fire damage if I had any way to deal fire damage. And it also says plus 11% melee damage, which I'm not sure if this is associated to the skill itself, because the skill can't deal melee damage, and to be honest, neither can I. But that might have an influence as well. And of course we can make our summons just straight up explode. And currently I have essentially like a melee slate in here, but it increases the skill power. That's good enough for me, and I don't have that many yet to really go like full on into my build. And it still had plus 9% chance for summon chance to avoid elemental ailments. What are elemental ailments? I'm not quite sure. I saw fire, frost. Again, this game has a lot for you. We have our character customization, for example. We have standard HP, we have mana, we use mana to use our skills. And we have all of these different stats that we can influence and maximize and customize our build with. It is early access. I would say that this, considering the amount of these stats, this is a little bit too basic of a stat screen for my liking. The window is also way too small. I would love to see this later on to be like categorized somehow, like all resistances are here, base stats are here, all melee, ranged, mage, I don't know. But, you know, a little bit better of an overview, because, man, that's a lot, and you need to scroll if you, I don't know, want to make a build focused on armor break effect. I have no idea what armor break effect is. So, for early access, I think the game does a fantastic job. There are hover over effects, and considering how much there is here, it's actually very clear. But then again, like for example, I have no idea what armor break effect is, so this doesn't have a hover, so would be nice to know. Again, early access, but it has a very good baseline here. It still needs to be expanded, I would dare to say. So we're currently level 10. What does that do? Again, we have all the stat screens, guys, and we haven't even talked to anyone here. Let's maybe go back to where I started. So the statue, I went with the summoner. We also have essentially like a, I think this is more like a mage, summon stuff, shoot stuff. Then we have an archer. This is also what intrigued me throughout the trailer, which is fantastic. Also, of course, if you want to check out this game, link is as always down below. You can really go haywire with like scattering shots and just shoot like an insane amount of arrows against your enemies, of course, projectiles. Also, this is just a training dummy where you can deal your damage and see, you know, how good it is. If your DPS check. I currently deal damage because you saw this aura, which is one of my items, which I'm gonna show you guys in a second. We have a standard, you know, barbarian fighter, goes with a sword, has a dash ability, and that seems to be a little bit more roguish. Stabby stab, assassination, Mikiri. Hey. But yeah, again, if I get the chance to summon stuff, that's where you will find me always. Alright, so much for the things in between. We also have this warehouse, kind of like box, where you can probably just stash your stuff however you want it. I don't have that much stuff yet, because, well, I also smelted some of the stuff. But let's actually go here at the bottom right. We have all the things that are relevant. First off, we have this skill tree, which I showed you guys at the beginning a little bit, where I leveled up, so I can essentially invest points into the different talent trees. If you know, want to maximize min-max, you could probably, you know, spend maybe some points into fighter. But I'm gonna go all summons because I frankly am overwhelmed anyway. So let's go with that. So first off, I went with a lot of damage. We have 1 point in here for life regeneration. Yeah, more summon damage, yes. That's what they are mostly there for, to deal damage. We have 1 more point. There we go. Cooldown recovery, summon damage, and 24% and 4% summon skill speed. Summon duration could be good as well. But yeah, let's go all out in damage. So let's see, if we now look at our skill, now they deal 158 normal damage for each hit, and they hit twice. Don't forget it, and we can have up to 7. So that's a good amount of damage. They don't have much survivability, but frankly, they're also not that long on the field to begin with, so they're mostly there to deal damage and keep the enemies away while we keep summoning more. So that's the main skill trees, but wait, we have so many more. We had the main skill tree, we have the inventory, the backpack, which is currently, we have resources, which is like the bad void crystals, there we go, the gray one I mentioned earlier. But we have good ones as well. We have superior ones, perfect ones, and chaos crystals. So I guess kinda like different rarity as well. And Star of the Abyss, a mysterious star that can anchor the abyss. It is an essential item to open the abyss. So there we go, probably more like special and harder dungeons down the road. What do we have? Well, we have all these items, which is just an overview. We could also go with the slate, which are again essentially the equipable things for our skills, and relics are the equipable things for our character. So before we have a look at this, what do we currently have on our character? I have 3 slots unlocked. And we have, for example, the Broken Head. That's the aura around my character right now that deals 50 normal damage over time to enemies within a range of 3. Also increases my, I think, overall damage by 8%. And increases elemental elements duration, which again, I don't think I have any way to deal those yet. Maybe my minions later, maybe I can make a build about this, that's the cool thing. And also has the unique effect that enemies affected by the Broken Head have 14% reduced all the defense, which I appreciate. So I want to stay behind my summons in the first place, right? And then this helps to deal make my summons deal more damage. So I like this. Also has a higher rarity than common as well. We also have this limit principle, which increases, you know, when using only one pathway skills, deal 25% more damage. Pathway is, again, essentially the classes. And as I am 100% into Summoner right now, this should have an effect to deal 25% more damage. When using 3 different pathway skills, which we don't, we would also gain 25% cooldown recovery, or instead, I guess. But hey, this also has the added benefit, summon movement speed plus 30%. And we have this unique when equipped with a common relic, which, well, I guess this counts as a common relic, did 20% more damage. Unique when equipped with rare relic plus 50% all resistance. And we can see I have, if I scroll up here, 15% all resistance, so this works too. So that's the inventory screen. What else do we have? Well, yes, sorry for that. We can talk to the different person, and then we get even more stuff. For example, this one guy gives us the power of the dark tree, another skill tree, so to speak. And frankly, I embarrassed myself. Like you unlock this pretty much at the beginning, and for like the next 3 to 4, 5 runs, I always wonder, oh man, I can't buy anything because I worked. Man, how am I ever going to afford like 10.0k normal money for this? And only later I found out, of course, a tree starts at the bottom, and maybe at the bottom you unlock the stuff. But that's on me. So what do? You get, for example, more skill slots, you get more relic slots, very important, and you gain the maximum spirit power. Can we actually afford this? Costs 5. This also, and this costs only 3, gives us 5 maximum spirit power. Nice, let's get this. We can afford this. And now we can essentially attribute these different spirit powers however we want in this different skill tree for overall just basic stats from Xava. I went with a little bit more maximum HP, also on my summon maximum life, and each increase essentially costs 10 points. We have damage, cooldown reduction. I haven't seen anything yet that increases my summon spirits, but maybe that might just be me. But there's also summons regeneration, summons movement speed, but let's go with HP for now. Even though speed could... Speed could frankly be quite good as well. Because we want our summons to reach the enemy as fast as possible, right? Let's actually go full on speed. Because that's what the summons are for. So, that's that skill tree. What else can we do? Well, we saw the items, and we can, for example, talk to this guy. And we can transform items to give them different attributes. As we saw before, one had like 8% more damage and 9% ailment duration, and we could essentially put that in here. Do we have it by chance? Not quite. Mana Devourer. Restores 2 mana when the skill hits. Maximum mana plus 70% normal damage. The 70% normal damage could be good alone. But I essentially could now randomize this effect from 11 to 25 or 10 to 18. But it seems like this is actually pretty high. And then we can recast, we can refine, we can carve. You can do so much, and there's even still 2 unlocks, which we haven't even seen yet. Or we can create items. Ooh, cores as well, which I haven't used yet. Or we could, if you go into the inventory, we could also smell them to gain resources. For example, we have multiple projections, which is actually kind of cool. But, no, there we go. Maybe I say, there we go, disassemble. I don't want this. And then we get 100 money, 1 of the bad void crystals, so to speak. And same we could do with the other one. Maybe one of those is actually good. I wonder if Mortal Projections works with my Guardian Summon, which summons this ball that runs around us and deals a ton of damage, but I don't think it, so it's probably counts as another summon. But yeah, let's disassemble them, we get money. We have a little bit more. Speaking of, does it make sense to increase this? 17% normal damage, but 15% all resistances isn't that bad either. And it still says deal 20% more damage. I wonder if this works with this. So let's check this out. Currently, this deals 158 normal damage. I'm gonna get rid of this, and now our summons only deal 132 normal damage. When I equip the Mana Devourer, they actually deal 141 normal damage. So the damage effect does work on our summons, but the other one actually seems better. Also 15% resistances to everything sounds pretty decent for survivability as well. So if we're gonna go with our current loadout and have a look at the other ones, because there's more. And again, there's still these green gems here, which I can't pick up or anything. At least I don't know how, if that's the case. So this one first. Enough scent have been collected, and the location of the prey has been locked. Hunting completed. Destruction corpse. The prey has been locked, and the hunting mission can be started at the Shepherd. Shepherd should be our main guy. So this is actually kind of cool as well, because this game has a little bit of lore, and I really hope it expands on that throughout the whole gameplay. Because we are somehow in the void, we are hunting mysterious monsters. People go and arrive at our hub world. I don't know what's going on. What are we aiming towards though? What's the big bad evil that we try to defeat? I personally love that. And I love a good reason to go adventuring, so to speak. And this guy so far has been the most fascinating one, because he told us essentially he is a hunter, but he's actually more or less like a failed hunter. Like he ran away from his hub world or void or whatever because he just didn't want to anymore and he was scared. And now he asks us to still help him and track down certain monsters that he apparently is connected to or connected with. So I like that. And that also, of course, works together with this mission. So we have this locked target in. And I guess I'm gonna talk to the other one too. But okay, this is now a special hunting mission. Cool. Well, we're gonna try this in a second and see if we're good enough. Let's talk to this friend. Consistent with the results predicted by the theory, the void factor has the property of shaping. Thank you for collecting. These data have verified my guess. This will help me make a stronger potion. So yeah, this is our potion guy. We start early on with like one potion that heals us a little bit, and he helps us with investigations, so to speak, to increase that. Flask level increased to 1. The available potency has increased. Aha. Now we could also, so that's a little bit like, you know, Elden Ring, Dark Souls, however, where we can customize our main potion, which is cool. And reset progress apparently is just play the game. I'm not sure if this is connected to anything else. But yeah, let's have a look at this. So, restores 43 life per second. That's also better than before. I think before it was 25. I still can only equip 1. And as you can see, early access, here it says research progress 0. Here it says research progress 323 out of 200. But yeah, we have more ways. So we could, of course, use the potion to heal, but we could also use it to restore 9 mana per second. Or we could use it to restore 160 life immediately. Or we could use it to restore 35 mana immediately. But I think just a little bit of restoration. Currently it's 4 seconds. So it's actually 169, right? No. It's 172, so it's only slightly better than if you just drink it immediately, but over time effect. A little bit more, but immediately, so pretty close to each other. But I'm gonna go with this. I think we're so early on that it doesn't have a huge impact yet. But that said, let's depart and get, one of the red crystals. Let's see it. The hunting target is the skeleton. Its appearance is the skeleton of a humanoid creature. But no existing creature's bone structure can match it. It is usually in a dormant state, and once awakened, it will indiscriminately kill everything around it, but also only 2 skulls. Could also fight a bit more. Guess he's green. Green probably means higher rarity. Maybe items too, but probably also a bigger reward. But yeah, let's go with this. Open the portal! Let's summon our thing. I'm actually not sure. Oh, we start with it. Okay, so it's actually a boss fight. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's make them explode. Let's actually drink the potion every time I can as well. I want to kind of stay close to this guy. To deal the extra damage that we have. Okay, let's, we're doing okay, I think. Make the explosion. The explosion actually isn't that effective against the guy, I feel. Okay. And we got him. Nice. Also gained a Chaos Sand. Okay, that guy was actually a little bit stronger. And had a unique effect. I like this. Man, a bunch of slates, heal, relic, ordinary faith, another relic, and a broken hat. Ooh, so we already have a broken hat, but this is even higher rarity. Ooh, epic. Still only deals 50 normal damage in a range of 3. Enemies affected by the broken head have 18% reduced damage. All defense. I think ours has 14, yes. Also, plus 11% summon maximum life. Decent. 5% more movement speed. Okay. And 8.8 life regenerated per second. Interesting. Well, the old defense is good. I'm kinda miss the 8% damage, but let's equip this anyway. I mean, overall, in stats, it makes our summons better. Even though I would prefer the damage, but for example, we could reroll that, right? So we did that. Neat. Yee, got you. And again, only 34 seconds. Ooh, difficulty unlocked. Higher difficulty unlocked. Monsters will drop new relics. Oh, we can actually see legendary Star Chaser. Monsters will also now drop legendary ones. Ooh, the merchant has visited. And let's have a look at the merchant. Hello, sir. I'm very happy to come to work in your hunting ground. I'm a veteran, Mr. Hunter. I'm a merchant of the Chamber of Commerce, and will be stationed in your hunting ground to serve you. Since you're a new hunter, your hunting ground is currently in the inspection period of the Chamber of Commerce, and some services can not be provided to you yet. But I will still provide you with some goods. You may want to take a look after hunting. Okay, now we can straight up purchase some things if you want to. Decent. I mean, these are only basic ones, maybe this one, but a little bit more variability, which is nice. A new batch of data, and the next batch of research is ready. Okay, there we go. I think, yeah, please hunt 400 monsters. That's it. Pure count. I think before it was like 200 or so. Okay, fair enough. Just hunt stuff. And the bloody scent. The scarlet taste of chaos. It can't be wrong. The source of the scent. The source of the void erosion is our target. Chaos, incarnation. The current number of sand is not enough to lock its location. We need to hunt more creatures infected with chaos. The next target is Eternal Frost Eye, a huge frost void creature. I'm ready. I'll start tracking. Ooh, this one looks cool. I think I saw this one in the trailer. So Chaos Avatar. Hunting progress. Oh, difficulty 5. I'm not quite sure. It's Hunting Reward 8, but that one looks cool. Okay, so he actually gives us the cool boss fights. Got it. The red crystal. Is Chaos crystal different from ordinary void crystals and contains some special powers, such as improving the quality of items or restoring the spirituality of items. Enhance. Select the item to be transformed. Successful enhance will improve the quality of the item. You know what? This is our highest thing. Let's see what happens. The item can no longer be transformed. Wah, wah, wah. I have you. Sure, for the fun of it. Success rate 20% only. Increases with each failure. Current quality. Sure. Let's see. Oh, let animation fail. Or the probability of the enhancing the item is increased by 5. So we really want to collect these chaos crystals to make our things better. At least it doesn't destroy it or anything. So if I say transform, it's always this, right? Randomly change all unlocked fixes. Randomly change. Okay, but you can tell I'm already looking on how I get more stuff done here. I like this. It really is addicting. So let's do one more run. Ooh, you are perfect. Let's see if we're strong enough. Okay, all of these are difficulty 3. We can select. Special hunting yet? Okay, let's see. Purple one. Let's go. If we're good enough. Oh, I forgot that I could level up. Go. Then it doesn't matter. I think we're strong enough for now. There we go. Let's summon our guys. Some more stuff. Give me this. Okay, purple means we get also purple stuff. That's good. Yeah, our summons are very slow. Which, the faster they are, the easier they get to the individual enemies and the easier they deal damage. So movement speed actually not that shabby, I think. Am I doing fine? Let's actually drink a healing potion just in case. What is that? I want this. I don't even know what that is. Level up. Probably not from that, just because we defeated some enemies. Let's go. Oh, there's the big bossy. Okay, again, we could make our summoners explode. Yeah, let's do it. But, of course, I didn't really focus on that skill, so the explosions aren't really that strong yet. Instead of just having our guys up and hit as long as possible. But that could also mean either I focus more on that skill to make the explosions better, or maybe it might be an idea to look into one of the other pathways, the other classes, so to speak, if I can find something instead of the explosion to maybe help with my build. There we go. Gimme, gimme, gimme. And we did this. Easy. 1.5 minutes. We gained the reward. We can level up again. More summon duration. I think, yeah, let's go with summon duration. That sounds fine. Now I would check my items again, see if I can improve this. Maybe change my broken hat. Because summon maximum life, I'm not sure if we really need this. I rather prefer the damage, for example, but we could reward that. Maybe. I don't know. And rinse and repeat. And of course we have our quests here. We still need to get our better potion. We kind of need to have the sense unlocked to have the next cool boss fight. And... oh, that's kind of the same, right? Oh no! And then we need the Chaos Avatar, but that's difficulty 5 already. And rinse and repeat. Regardless, that's the dark, or well, not the dark, it's dark hunting grounds, ladies and gentlemen. We only did like 3 combat zones, right? And the video is still 30 minutes long. Welcome here on JustDaZack, where I love to ramble about video games, which I very much love. And yeah, I see a lot of potential in this one. It clearly is early access. The focus is clearly on the different builds and what you can pull off and go crazy and haywire with this, right? And I love this, and I find this frankly quite addicting already. It is on the simpler side, but that's, you know, definitely on purpose, so it works for this, I feel. Some of the UI things still feel small, especially like this, but again, early access. I think my biggest kind of gripe so far is essentially the combat itself. We are still kind of early, and the one boss fight kind of showed a lot of promise, and I'm pretty sure the main boss fights, like the special hunting missions, seem to have more mechanics where you need to be aware and work around that and go and so on and so on. And that seems fine. But what I'm trying to say is essentially the base mobs are a little bit too simple for me. And I know it's kind of an ARPG thing. And maybe I'm looking at this a little bit more from the roguelike mechanics or so. I don't know. Might be on me. But they're just mobs we trash through, right? And I know, again, that's a big thing, but I would love to have a little more challenge though, because so much is happening during a run that I essentially only look at my HP, and that's, if at all. A second ago I drank a potion just because, I don't know, I haven't drank a potion in a while. And I look at all the things, but I don't know. Maybe it's not, maybe it's an AI thing to challenge one a little bit more on the skill level there, and then maybe it's still a visual thing to make it a little bit more impactful, to make it feel more satisfying when you slash through the mobs and vanquish them and you're summoned, tear them apart and stuff like that. Maybe it's more on that side. But that is really just a nitpick, essentially. For a baseline, for an early access, I find this very fun. I'm pretty sure I'm going to play a little bit more, and I'm very much looking forward towards the full game and see how it's going to develop throughout time, because the developer already published a roadmap, pretty much wanting to implement more of everything, also adding controller support, which frankly I am very much missing right now, but it is already in the to-do list, and that is a good thing, and I'm very much looking forward to that as well. And with this, I can only ask you, what do you think of this game? What do you think of this presentation? Have a great day, have a great week, and we see each other in the next video.